We are live. Oh, are we live? Are we connected? Oh, I think so. Are we live? Can you hear me? Is anyone here? I will wait. Okay, people have arrived. Hi, Vinita. Hi, Lauren. Who else is here? Hi, Sasmita. Hi, Little Traveler M, Vaishnavi, Honey, Anusha, Shushmita, Swati, Hafsa, Dimple, RS, Aruna, Simran. Nice to see you. Puvana, Rupa, Bindya, Surekha, Vivek, Julia, Usha, Madhu, Rajkumar, Veenu, Ruby, Bella, Kimaya, Netra. Lovely to see you all. I am back on YouTube live after so long. Today we're going to continue on the questions that were submitted via our new free WhatsApp number. And we had infinite number of questions. So what our plan was is that every week we'll come and do 30 minutes of answering the questions that you guys have submitted, because the answers are here. It's out here in the ether. We just have to tap into it. The universe is always providing answers. We just need to tap into it and act on it, and things become back to normal and good in our lives. So today, we have hundreds upon hundreds of questions that were submitted. Last week, I took about 4 of your submitted questions. It took me 30 minutes to answer those on Instagram. So I'll tell you what are those questions that we answered last time. If those questions are of interest to you, go and check out the replay on Instagram. So my team is here. They can send you the link to my Instagram so you can check out the replay. So I will just tell you what those questions were, and then from there we will continue today. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we had infinite number of questions, like literally infinite number of questions. So we are going to go to the ones that we had answered before. Okay. So for those who are just joining us, we are doing a Q&A segment. The thing with question and answer segments is, in your mind you think that, oh, someone else has asked the question, so I can just tune out, or I'll wait till Kartika reads my question in the comments. No, the rule for Q&A is that you're going to find a notebook and a pen, and you're going to sit like as though this is class, and you're going to take notes. I will answer every question as though it applies to everybody. So I'll answer it in a way that it applies to everybody. So you will listen. Okay. So if you promise me that you're here seriously taking notes, you're studying, you're ready, you're committed, you're interested in growing your life into the best version it can be, if you're serious, tell me in the comments by saying I'm ready with a pen and notebook. Just type I'm ready. Once you're ready, we will go ahead and start the coaching for today. Okay, so get ready with a pen and paper, because that is important. So the questions that we answered last week on Instagram was, why does bad things happen to good people? So if that's a answer you wanted, it's there on the Instagram live. You can check that out. The next one, how to start meditation and be consistent with it. The next one, someone wants to get married to their special person, but it's delaying and it's delaying and it's delaying, and she doesn't know what to do. So we answered that question as well. Another question we answered last time was, someone is trying to heal their inferiority complex, trauma, self worth issues. And even though they're trying to heal it, they're not seeing results in the 3 dimension. How do they get results? What to do about it? So that answer was also given. Okay. And that's it. So those are the questions we dealt with on last week on Instagram. We're going to continue again for the questions you all submitted on our free WhatsApp number. We're going to continue that as well today. So you guys are ready, committed? Okay, perfect. So I'm going to read out the question, but I'm going to answer it in a way that applies to everybody. Okay, so I'm considering all of you here are serious seekers, we are coaching, we are working as though this is a one-to-one call. Okay, so let's get started. So the first question is, I have a little problem with visualizing. Although I have a little problem with visualizing, how can I ensure that I have proper, vivid, clear visualizations? Okay, so all right. So the question is, how can I have proper, clear, vivid visualizations? So for anybody here who needs that answer, I'm going to give you, remember, I'll answer in a way that applies to everybody, including people who are phenomenal visualizers. So let's take that question. So here is everything you need to know about visualizing, both for those who can visualize and for those who find it difficult. So let's start with the answer. So visualization is basically like remembering something or like imagining something, or when you are thinking about something, your mind produces images. That's visualization. So it's something that we can do. Now, to hone the skill, you need to do a couple of things. The first one is have an actual image on Google or something from a magazine or something that you drew. Have an image. If you want to Photoshop your photo on that Google image, or Photoshop your, or just Canva your photo on the image that shows your desire, you can do that also. Have a clear picture. You can even draw it, and then look at it. Look at all the details of that picture. Look at the colors, look at the elements, and then close your eyes and try to remember what that image was. Remember what all details were there in that image. Again, open your eyes and look and see what did you miss out. Then again, close your eyes and try to bring back that image. It's like a memory, right? You're trying to imagine yourself having that. For example, if I tell you right now, try to imagine a pink elephant. How many of you could imagine a pink elephant? Okay, just type pink elephant. So it's like that. It's like you are remembering the color pink and you're remembering an elephant. So you put them together, pink elephant. So you're using a memory technique by looking at an actual image and then closing your eyes and trying to remember that image. So you can pre-draw or pre-design that visualization in the physical world and then keep trying to remember that image as you open your eyes and then close your eyes and try to remember it. Open your eyes, close your eyes and try to remember it. The more clear the details, for example, if there's a sun, make sure that you remember that there's a sun. If there is birds, make sure you remember that there are birds. If there are people, make sure you remember there are people. The more clear cut that vision is, I know what are the elements, I know who are there, I know if it's night or day, I know exactly what is happening there, I know what I'm wearing, I know what I'm looking like, I know what are the elements, there's a mirror, there's a cupboard, there's a window, I know every element of it. It's easier for me to recall it. Okay, so this is for those who are good at visualization or not good at it. This will give you a sharper, clearer picture of that vision. But because you've memorized all the elements and you're practicing it again and again, you just have, for whatever your desire is, you already have a clear picture of it. You've been practicing it for so many years, right? So the more you practice it, the more it becomes like, yep, I know in the car is those two, in the garage is those two cars. I know this is the view from the window. I know that bird is there. I know that there is this breeze coming from here. So the more you've practiced it, the more clear it becomes. So with the actual image and memorizing that image, plus practicing recalling that image and practicing it over time will clarify your visualization. So was this answer value to anybody? If yes, just type valuable. Okay, especially when you know what are the elements of your desire. So let's say if it is money, you already know when it comes to money, you may have something like you're donating to a particular charity, you're giving blankets to people, you're giving food to people, you're buying something, you're living somewhere. You know the elements clear. You know, tuck 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 tuck, these are the elements. When you memorize them, your visualizations will match those elements. Okay, if it's valuable, just type valuable. Okay, so that is the answer to visualization. Okay, can it be visualization through video? Yeah, it can be through video, images, anything. Okay, even audio. So there is this there is, when a speaker gets called on stage and you hear the introduction and someone introduces them and then they call out their name and the audience goes crazy. You can even hear, so let's say if you're a speaker or you want to get on stage, you can hear imagine the voice of someone introducing you, you going on stage, the crowd cheering. You can even visualize with audio. It doesn't necessarily have to be just images, because the power is in the emotions that is being produced. Okay, good. All right, we got two valuables, so we've gotten valuables from two people. That is good. Let us continue. Okay, the next question: law of attraction, is it really true or not? Then why is it not working for me always? With law of attraction, can we cure physical, mental health issues and have a happy career? So there are two questions here. The first question is law of attraction, is it true or not? And then why is it not working for me all the time? So again, the answer will come in a way that affects all of you. So let's start there. Is law of attraction real? Yes, we live in a mirror and matching kind of universe. There are several laws to this universe, of which law of attraction is one of them. If you look and understand this law of mirrors, that means that this world is a giant mirror of your personal vibration. Your personal vibration is not just your conscious vibration, not just what you're thinking about here, it's also what's going on here, okay, under the surface. It's also what's going on here in your chest. It's also what's going on here in your belly, the nerves, the pain, the trauma, the choked emotions, the subconscious things, the past memories, the lack of self-worth, the lack of self-love, the self-concept issue. Law of attraction works on all of that, right? So is law of attraction real? It is real. It is a law. It is one of the laws of this universe. But why is it not working for you all the time? So let's look at that question. So very phenomenal question. And again, listen to it as so that answer is for you. So there are several elements to things working out for you. The major element, okay, write this down. The purer your vibration, the more perfect your match is to whatever you're asking for. So let's say if what you're asking for is perfect health, okay, perfect health. The purer your vibration is your thoughts, your emotions, your self-concept, your energy towards this desire. The purer this is, the easier the match. Okay, it's like radio signals, right? When you have exactly 94.9 FM, you will get, I forget which radio station was 91.9, but you will get exactly 91.9. You go little further, you go to 92 or 91.7, you will get a little discrepancy. So it's just a low vibration, right? So purer the vibration, the match is perfect, okay? Now our job is to purify our vibration. What is our job? Write it down somewhere or type it down. Our job is to purify our vibration. So before we can learn how to purify our vibration, we have to understand what is muddying up our vibration, what is messing up with our vibration. So it's like if you want to wash rice, you put rice in the water and you see it's all muddy, like it's all not clear, and then you keep putting water and you keep putting water until it becomes clear. It's like that. We have to wash ourselves clean of certain things. So what muddies up our vibration? The first thing that muddies up our vibration is trauma. Okay, write that down. Trauma, the past, things that have either happened to us or we have seen bad things happening to other people. So from our past, our experiences or things we've seen other people experiencing that have created a negative impact on us, let's call it trauma. Okay, so trauma is one of the things that muddies up our vibration. So for example, if you had traumatic experiences of going to the hospital, or you've seen your parents suffering with health issues, so then those things will begin to affect your vibration when you're asking for pure positive health. Same thing, let's say with marriage or relationship, when you've had rejections in the past, even if it was in high school with your girlfriends or high school with your best friends, whatever, rejection from the past can muddy up our vibration. Because obviously, if you come to my house and I slap you, okay, but you still want to come to my house again and I slap you again, and then you come again, the third time you will duck, or you will be like, maybe I don't want to go to the house, right? Because your brain is going to try to protect you. It's going to create fear. It's going to create resistance. Same thing is happening when it comes to law of attraction. Is at some level of our being, something is not in alignment, something is fearing the future, something is worried what if the past repeats itself. So trauma is the one of the first things that muddies up our vibration. So we need to go on the other side, which is healing trauma. Trauma can be healed with inner child healing, it can be healed with self love, it can be definitely healed with Ho'oponopono and mindfulness. So, there are a lot of ways in which we can heal. My channel is full of videos like this. We are also doing a very, very reasonably priced course now on the 10th. So 10th to 20th, we're doing this live. We're doing healing for manifestation from 10th to 20th, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time on Zoom. If that is for you, if you want to come and clear up and all the muddied vibration with us live together, come. We will do it. My team will put the link here. You can come and join us for this 10-day healing for manifestation program. Okay. Now, the second thing that muddies up our vibration is our self concept. Self concept is who I think I am. Okay, my self concept, my image of myself, my self image, self esteem, put that together, you get self concept. Write this down. Okay, now our self concept might be, oh, it's not really normal for me to have this thing, or I come from a middle class family, I'm not really sure what it means to be ultra rich. I've seen it, I want it, but somewhere inside of me I'm still identifying as, with my past, my environment, things like that. So a self concept, how I see myself, is it I see myself as that person, or something is off here. I kind of see myself as a person, but I kind of don't. I'm still kind of stuck in my own patterns. So self concept is the second thing that muddies our vibration. So when our self concept, and this is the most core part of it, if our self concept is not matching what we want, if it is somewhere else, is going to create a delay. Okay, so you need to already be that person. Once I am, so you need to be before you can do before you can have, right? So I must be first. I must be that person in my head, in my body, in my vibrations, in my cells. I must be that person first. So self concept. So self concept, you can work on it. You can always build yourself up to being that person when nobody else can. You can totally be loony. People think you're crack. Nobody else can convince you that you're not that successful person. That's how you should program yourself to see yourself as. Okay, I am the light. I am shining. I have this great value to provide to the world. This you need to convince yourself of first. Okay, so self concept. Okay, all right. The third thing that muddies up our vibration is self hate, which is the opposite of self love. Now, most of you will come and argue and say, no, I love myself. I genuinely love myself. I love myself. But I always say that most people have no clue what real self love means. And they will run away into the opposite side of the world than to actually face the things that they about themselves that they secretly don't even want to look at. So self-hate, when you are pushing away certain parts of yourself that you are not loving, you are not accepting, the vulnerable parts of you, like for example, most people don't like when they are low, when they are hurt, when they feel vulnerable. They will try to push away that and run to positive vibration. How do I keep my vibes high all throughout the day? I will run away from emotions. In fact, people are so disconnected from their emotions that they won't allow themselves to feel pain at all. They will push that painful aspect of them away and block it out, saying, what? I'm one of those people who's always high, I'm always happy, and nothing can bring me down. But emotions is a human thing. And when you suppress emotions and you don't even realize it, this is a form of self hate. Self hate is to push something away. So when you hate, and you hate emotions in other people, you don't like when other people are not perfect, it shocks you, it hurts you. You don't like when you're perfect, you don't like when you're procrastinating, you don't like when you have flaws, you don't like when you're this. Whenever you push yourself away, you are going further and further away from the core of who you are. And the core of who you are is actually love. The core of who you are is love. You are a loving, deeply loving soul. And when you push away things from you, whether they are stopping you from living your best life or not, you're practicing self-hate. And self-hate is a great way to muddy up your vibration. The more you can be witness to your pain, the more you can embrace yourself, love yourself when you are down, when you are upset. Feel the pain, surrender the pain, hug yourself, go into it. The more you will transform, you will clean your vibration. It becomes like that. How Deepak Chopra said in the book Seven Spiritual Laws, he said meditation is like taking a dirty cloth and constantly dipping it in water, and every time it gets cleaner and cleaner, cleaner and cleaner. So to walk in the direction of the things that you have dismissed and thrown away, to love every part of yourself, including those things you don't even want to look at, to to walk into that with love is to dissolve those negative things and to come back to your core essence, which is love. And love is an attracting force. Love attracts the greatest things to you, not fear, not hate, not blame, not victimhood. Love is the greatest attractor. So self love, okay, is the other side of this, which cleans up your vibration. Self love. So, in this 10-day program that I spoke to you about, we're going to be doing all of this trauma healing, self concept, self love part. And then there's one more part. I'm not selling, I'm just telling you. For those who are interested in such deep work, come register. We have only 3 days before the doors close. So, you can come if this is for you. It's a short course. It is live. It is 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Now, there's one fourth part. Fourth thing that dilutes our vibration or muddies our vibration. And what is that? That is us manifesting the opposite things by having belief systems and limited ideologies about what is possible for us and what we are deserving of, or just having any limiting ideas about that area in which you want to manifest. So you may have limiting ideas about health, you may have limiting ideas about wealth, you may have limiting ideas about whatever area you're looking at creating. And many of you think that those things are facts because you've not seen the other side of what is real. For example, people fear old age because they associate old age with sickness and loneliness and wanting to look forward to death. They've not seen the aspect of people in their old age who are so active, so happy, so graceful, trekking way up in the they're up in their 80s, 90s, and they're trekking. When I was in Austria a couple of years ago, we were trekking somewhere up in some Alps region, and I saw a 90-year-old man who was trekking there. And he's come to India, he's experienced so much of life, and he's 90, and he's like way ahead of me, and bubbling with life. There's so much and happiness and connection, and so this old age has a totally different color to it, which you can experience. But we consider, oh, old age equals to something wrong, or what a dark skin equals to something wrong, or light skin equals to something great. These are all ideologies. Many of us are considering ideas as fact, which are not fact. You can break most of the things that limit you, that you think is a fact. For example, jobs equal to security, or because the government says something that it's not possible, because this person says something it's not possible. If you start realizing that everything in the universe is possible because universe's laws are greater than man's laws, and the way you are is perfect to have whatever you want. If you can realize that as the truth, half your ideologies will break. This is also important part when it comes to clearing your vibration. So clearing your vibration is to have thoughts, emotions, belief systems, and ideologies that make whatever you want as normal and natural. It is normal and natural for me to have this. So, when you're matched with this self love, self concept, healing, and these right manifestation energies, you become a match. So that answers the question, is law of attraction real, and why doesn't it always work out? It doesn't always work out for one or two reasons. One is because your vibration is muddied at some level, or because something else better is coming your way that your higher self can see but you cannot see. Just because you cannot see it doesn't mean, for example, if you got rejected by a guy or a girl and you think that means that you are somehow not good enough, but you wait 2 3 years and realize the person who was actually meant for you is phenomenally perfect, you will realize that time that it wasn't really rejection, it was redirection. That did not work out because it was redirecting you to this other new person. This particular thing didn't work out because it was redirecting you to something more perfect for you. So your job is only to purify your vibration and surrender everything else to the universe, because you're not the doer, you're just the plan maker. The rest is surrendered to the universe. Okay, so if that answer was of help to anybody, just type valuable. And if anybody here wants to go and flip onto the other side, which is self love, self concept work, healing, and manifestation over 10 days live with me, you want to do the actual work, don't apply if you're not into the work. Okay, if you're really into diving deep, meaning you're going to get your legs and hands dirty, you're going to dive deep, get all that, dredge up all of that and begin to heal and release and realign. If that kind of work, that is the things that I live for. I love it. Our academy students love that stuff. Only if you're ready for that kind of work, please apply. It is very basic pricing. It is like 3,999 or something like that. It's just everyone can afford it. There's no there's no barrier for you to apply. The only barrier is, are you willing to do that kind of deep inner seeking? Are you willing to see what you don't want to see? If you're willing, come. If you're not willing, don't touch, because this is our work is very deep kind of work. Okay, so my team will put up the link in the comments and you can go check that out. Okay, so let's look at the next question. Okay. So the next question is on a topic that I don't take, but I have promised to take all questions. So this question is, can we change our outer appearance using the law of attraction? So I'm going to give you the simpler answer to this. Yes, you can, because the outer, everything is a vibrational thing. The fact that this mouse, for example, appears solid is because its molecules are vibrating in a frequency. If it changes vibration, it changes form. I mean, if I go put it somewhere in the heat, it might melt, it changes form. So because everything is vibrational, when we change our vibration, our physical appearance changes. Have you ever seen those? There's this trend, or there's this word called blow up, or glow up. What this is like some internet lingo to talk about how people have transformed, how they look when their inner confidence transformed. So if you look back, like when I look back at my old videos from, I've been here since 2011, so I've been here for a very long time on YouTube. If I look back at my old videos and I look at me now, I haven't aged much, even though it's been 10, 11, 12 years. But I look different, not because of just aging, but because of my energy has changed. So when you look back at those people who suddenly have this boost of confidence, when they suddenly see their value, they suddenly realize their true calling and their passion and their love, and they're living in alignment, they look very different than when you are in a different vibration, because your cells are responding to energy constantly, and they're instantly, they're like Alexa, they're constantly listening to your thoughts, your emotions. So as your internal state of being changes, you start appearing different externally. So all the law of attraction can change that just by you flipping out your vibration. Look different. I'll give you an example here of a story of I forget the original story, but I'll paraphrase here. So, you know how when you buy a new dress or a new clothing, you suddenly feel some new energy, some new confidence. You look different. Those photos look different than from the previous year's photos. It's not that the clothes are making a difference, it's your energy changing when you wear these new clothes or clothes that make you feel cuter or more successful, things like that. It changes your energy. So, this story, and I'll end with this, we'll end our live with this story time is there was this woman who felt she didn't feel very good about herself. She didn't really get a lot of compliments. She just kind of didn't really have a really good self image, self concept. And she was walking down the street, and then she enters this store where there are a bunch of hats. And she's entering these stores, there's these hats, and then she sees one particular hat that looks really gorgeous. So she puts on this hat, and the saleswoman tells her, "Wow, you look really beautiful with that hat." And suddenly, when she gets a compliment, she feels this glow up, her suddenly her energy changes, and she's like, "Really? Yeah, you look really, really good." So she starts feeling really great, and she's feeling all confident. So she steps out of that store and she's walking around, and suddenly people are looking at her, people are complimenting her. She's feeling great because of this amazing hat that she has. And she finally goes and she communicates with somebody, and they're like, "Oh, you look so beautiful today." She's like, "Thank you, it's all thanks to the hat." And then that person says, "What hat?" And then she realizes there's no hat. She left the hat at the counter at the shop. It was the belief that she's looking beautiful, that she's beautiful, that she's glowing. That inner belief is what changed the energy and the appearance and made the people respond to that, because it's all energy. The person who carries themselves out confidently outweighs anybody who has a pack of makeup on their face, right? Because it's energy, it's a glow, it's an attracting force. So that is the point. And the same principle goes for your work. One of the things of value for us in our academy is we see the light of everybody who comes to us. So when you are in our telegram groups, you'll see so much of like love being pushed towards each person. Everybody sees the light in the other person. And the reason why that is of value for us is because when I was writing about this in the book that I'm currently writing, when I was in my early or mid 20s, I joined my first company when I was working there. It was a startup. And one of my clients was working as a personality analyst. And as part of the personality analysis, I had to coach a little bit. And I came up with some random coaching advice. It just came through me, and I told it to this client. I was in my early 20s. This client was in her 50s or 60s. And I gave her some coaching advice that just kind of came through me, and it made the hair on her head stand up. And she was raving about me to my boss, and that's how my boss saw that I had talent in coaching. And when she raved about me, that was the very first time that someone saw something good or some light or capability in me. Nobody had ever told me up until then, until my mid 20s, that I had anything good in me. I was always the butt of complaints. I was always the one who was incapable. I was always the one who was rejected, no friends. I never thought there was anything good, no light in me. I never thought until one person saw that in me. And my bosses and this lady, she saw that light in me. Then it was like, oh, new information. Maybe there is something good in me. Maybe I can do something of value. Maybe I am capable. I wouldn't be here if that person hadn't seen that light in me, because I always looked, oh, where is nobody ever told me I had light until that moment. So and then because of that, my energy changed and I got confident, and then I could come and do what I do here. But I wouldn't be able to do that if I had not realized that in myself. So little, I know everyone asks me like these questions that says, yeah, change your appearance by visualizing, but I always give more deeper answers, because I wouldn't feel happy and satisfied if I hadn't given you the deeper answer. So if that was of value to you, please let me know in the chat. Just type valuable if anybody here was helped by these answers. And that's it. So that's the blueprint. With that, I know there are still 180 or 200 questions that are left for me to answer, which you will continue answering next week on Instagram. But again, I will leave today's live with the information that we have this 10-day program. It is a very short course. It is only 3,999 plus GST. We also have an upgraded version of this, which is 5,999 plus GST, which has a Telegram group, and it has guided meditations, and it has audibles, and it has a blueprint for a morning routine and a night routine. If that is interesting to you, you can get the that's called the gold membership, or you can get the basic 3,999 silver membership. This is live. It is it is from 7 to 8:30, but again, only apply if you're ready to do the work. That is an important criteria. So my team will put the link in the chat. You can go ahead and register for that. And this 3,999 is a early bird offer that ends on the 8th. After the 8th, there will be a whole other pricing. So if you're gonna jump in, come before the 8th. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for joining me live, and I look forward to seeing you for those who are joining us at this 10-day live program that's going to work on self-love, self-concept, healing and manifestation, which is beliefs and fears related work, alignment and healing. If you're going to join us, I'll see you there. And for everyone else, I will see you on YouTube, and of course next week on Instagram, and when we continue answering these questions. If you have a question to submit, you can message us on our free WhatsApp. I will ask my team to put the WhatsApp number here. You can message us, and we will get to answering those questions as we continue. I'll also make YouTube videos on those questions that you have submitted on the WhatsApp. Okay, so I love you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad it was valuable. And don't just take this as another live. This is the answer that you were asking for. So think of it as the universe is communicating through me to you and really wants you to hear these answers so you take action on them. Because like I said, the answers are all here. You just have to tap into it and just internalize it. So that's it. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you soon, and have a pleasant evening, guys. Bye.